You want to know what's so hurtful when your kids grow up? The fact that you can't do anything about the decisions that they make. So let's talk about it. Hello family, welcome to another video with me, Cynthia. I wanted to give my family a love name, you know what I'm saying? And I know the title of my channel is called Unapologetically Cynthia. And I was thinking along the lines of my UC fam, Unapologetically Cynthia. Would that be okay if I call you guys my UC family, you know? Okay. Well, for those of you that have subscribed to my channel and are still with me to this day, I thank you so much. I thank you. And I love you past the moon and the stars. And for those of you that are new to me, I love you past the moon and the stars too, even though you're new. I ask that you guys just continue to grow with me as I grow with myself and share my testimonies with you all. I believe that I have some great nuggets on my platform, something for everybody. And if some of this stuff is not for you, share it with somebody, send it to somebody. Okay? All right, let's talk about it. As I stated, you know, the most hurtful thing about having children is when they grow up and they make their own decisions. And guess what? There's nothing in this world we can do about it because they are adults. Yeah, I trust that I did my job and I did it very well. And I also trust that I raised great children. And it's not my children that I'm so concerned about as far as this world. This world is what I'm concerned about. You know, as a parent, you can see so much more than they can't see. Especially your girls, especially the girl, you know. My daughter, she's 25, going on 26. And she's she's a very smart girl. She's very intelligent. And sometimes I think that she's been here before or she's older than what she is. But then there's those times where I say to myself, are you really about to do that? Are you really going to do this? Are you really going to do that? She's human, just like we've all been human. And as a female, we make mistakes. We do things, but we learn from them and we grow from them. That's with anybody. But, you know, I'm a girly girl. So right now I'm speaking for my girls, to my girls. And if you're a young lady watching this, just hear me out. And if you're older, if you're seasoned, hear me out as well. More so for my younger ladies. When you girls are out there, when you ladies are out there, you know, you have to, it's almost like you have to watch everything around you. And I know that it's not fun to have to go somewhere and watch your every move. There used to be a time where my daughter would say, she would be in Walmart or wherever she was, and we would be on FaceTime. She'd say, Mom, this guy is checking me out and he's really cute. He's really fine. You know, it's a cute thing that a mother and a daughter do from time to time, or something that girls do with their friends. But see, she's my friend. We are best friends. We are friends. But I'm a mother first. But I would tell her, I said, look, I understand. I said, I get it. But baby, these days and times, you can't even really give people eye contact, let alone trying to flirt back. Sometimes that flirting back can cost you your life with so much going on out here. Then she tells me that she understands and she get it, but it still bothers me to the core. And the only thing that I can do about it is wash my hands and give it all to God. I've done that a long time ago, you know. I've talked enough. I've prayed enough in this regard. I've done what I needed to do in this regard. And I'm not going to stop living my life because, you know, they make the decision to live their life. So why am I going to sit back and be worried and stressed out about what she's doing? You know, my son will be 34 this year. He's a old man, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that he don't make mistakes, and still sometimes I have to get on him too. But it's just the girls, you know what I'm saying? They're totally different. Things are not like they were when I was coming up, when We could actually talk on the phone. We didn't have all this technology, and technology can be good and it can be bad all at the same time. And then, you know, my daughter, she does this thing. And again, I'm speaking to my young ladies. Texting does not form a relationship. Texting is something that you do to say, hey, I'm on my way. Hey, did you take out such and such for dinner tonight? Hey, you texting a message for something simple, but you cannot text a relationship. You just cannot. I don't know why people think that they can form a relationship through texting. Now, I will be honest about this because I told you on my platform, I'm going to always be honest with you. As I have gotten older, now if I'm talking to somebody that I met on the job and, you know, we're friends, we're co-worker friends. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between friends and co-worker friends. When I leave that job, my co-worker friend, we go home. We'll see each other when we get back to work. That's a co-worker friend. And so, you know, if we exchange numbers, we'll ask questions about the job, you know, different things like that. But let me tell you, you cannot have a relationship through texting. When it's been about I'm not a phone person. I am not a phone person. But I will tell you this, when I'm trying to form a relationship with somebody and I feel like we're connected, we're trying to form something, look, we're going to talk on this phone. I need to hear you. I need to hear what you're saying. I need to feel your conversation. I need to know what you're talking about. I need to listen. Not only hear, I need to listen about what you're saying, vice versa. I feel energy through a phone conversation. And let me tell you one of the things that I've also learned about conversating, you know, with somebody that you like, and you know, there's a possible chance that there may be a relationship. I've learned that anytime, I'm going to speak for myself, and I can vouch for others too, but mainly for myself. When that conversation starts to get late in the night, past 9 o'clock, and it gets on up into 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12, past midnight, oh, sometimes it can be tricky. Because then, you know, it gets a little deeper than just a conversation when it started off. Then there is the question of what you watching on TV. Oh, okay. What you got on? Don't ask me what I got on. Because the moment you ask me what I got on, that's the moment where you may lose me. Because that is not how we started this conversation. That is not why I want you to be interested in me. That is not what we need to be talking about, what I got on. Because if I tell you what I got on, you don't know what I got on. You know, you're going to start fantasizing, you know, vice versa. I don't want to have that kind of conversation. I don't. I've learned that along my way. Oh, gosh. I could go on and on about this topic, but I just want to share with my young ladies, because it's not a day that goes by that there is not something posted on the internet, on YouTube, on the news about young ladies being killed. Not just being killed, but being killed by their friends, being tricked by their friends, pretending that they are friends, but all along they're setting you up, they're plotting against you for whatever reason. You just cannot trust people like that. And this is why I'm so passionate when it comes to my daughter and all daughters. But I'm talking about my daughter in this light because she's still with me. We're still together, you know. It gets rough. It gets hard. And sometimes I feel so bad because it's not like it used to be. I want my daughter to be with somebody that genuinely loves her, genuinely wants to care about her, genuinely wants to get to know her, genuinely has her best interest at heart, genuinely wants to see her grow, genuinely wants to be with her, genuinely wants to love her. Don't forget the fact that she has 2 kids. Oh, I can get real wired up when it comes to that. Because not only do you have to watch your daughter now, your young babies, your young children, your young daughter, you have to watch your son too. You have to watch that son, because it goes both ways. When somebody is not the father of your children, guess what? It's not their children. So they don't have no obligation to your children. So you have to watch your children. You have to not move yourself in with somebody so quick, or not let somebody move in your home with you and your children. This is you and your children's home. Look, it's time for everything else. Or if you have a break and if you want to do something, then if you want to go out, do whatever you got to do, then go. Just don't bring nobody around your children. This is too costly, people. It behooves me, and I can't understand for the life of me why females think it's okay to move a man in your house around your children, around your babies. Then there's some, look, I get it. When we have to work and we don't have any babysitters, we don't have a babysitter, we can't afford daycare, who's going to watch my child? Please don't leave your child at home with your boyfriend. Please don't. It's hard enough leaving them at daycare. Don't trust people around your children. And men, no disrespect to you, but if you have daughters, I hope you're on this topic as well. Watch your children. If you don't have a babysitter, baby, maybe you need to rethink what you got to do as far as those bills. Get on Section 8 if you can. Do something else, but don't leave your children at home like that. Do you know what detriment that causes a child when they get older? They hold things in from you. They won't tell you because they're afraid already. Please be careful with that, ladies. I can't stress that enough. When you decide to have children, it's not about you anymore. I'm sorry. It is not about you anymore. It's about those children. Yes, you have a life too, but it's in those children, because that's a decision you made. I can't be sorry for anything that I've said in this video because I'm passionate about children. I watched a video the other day, and I forgot his name. He's a young man, and I think he's about 26, 27 in that age range. He said that he couldn't believe that he was about to make the video that he was making. He said that his mom was a working mom, and she would take him to the babysitter so she could work. Well, the babysitter's brother had this toy that he wanted because he loved the character. He said Ben 10, and the guy had a Ben 10 watch, and it came in a little container, and he said he wanted it so bad. So the person, the child, the teenager that had the Ben 10 toy that he wanted said, okay, I'll let you have this if you do this. And you know, him being a child, he wasn't comprehending like that. All he was focused on was the Ben 10 toy. So the boy told him to pee in the container or the package that the Ben 10 watch came in. And he said, okay, he's young. He didn't know any better. So he peed in the container. And when he peed in the container, he gave it back to the boy, the teenage boy. And the teenage boy drank his pee. Drank his pee. That was the first time I ever heard of that. So that's kind of mental to me. Not only is it mental, I knew it was something else to the story as he was telling it. As time progressed, he started touching on the little boy. He started making the little boy touch back on him. And eventually, he started performing oral sex on the little boy. That's way too much for a child to handle, especially when they don't know what's going on. But as time progressed, that spirit, it came along with him as he grew. And guess what he started to do? He started to do the same thing. He said he thought he was gay. He didn't know how to feel. He didn't know how to act as an adult. He said all he knew is that he kept wanting to do what he was taught, basically what he was trained to do. But I'm so glad that he's telling his story because he's allowing God to use him. He said he's not gay. It's just what he was trained to do at a young age. So again, please watch your children. Children can molest children because they've been molested. You know, it's like a domino effect. Please don't put that hurt in your children's heart. Please don't put that hurt in your children's life. Look, I know there's no way to perfect parent. And I know we have bills to pay. And look, as a single parent, look, I get it. I get it. Lord knows I get it. But honey, to have somebody hurt my child like that, I had to do something different. Forget that job. Forget that relationship. If this is where you form a relationship with God, this is when you begin to trust God. This is when you go to God and you tell him all of what you're going through. This is how you form that bond with God and allow him to show you a better way. This is how I love the Karamo show. There's not a day that goes by. I say out of 7 days, he's got something on there about 4 days a week talking about how the mother allows so much around the girl and the boy to the point that they were abused, whether it was molestation or physical abuse, mental abuse, some form of abuse. I encourage you today, check yourself, check your surroundings, check who you got your kids around, check your status. Family, I love you, and I hope that this video shed some light to every situation or some situation. And if this video isn't for you, once again, share it with somebody. Like this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And again, I think that there is something always here for someone to grow on, or something to take with them in their day, or something to share with somebody else with. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, my UC fam.